All right, let's get right into it. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Women, even if you're watching, I'm gonna be honest. Uh, you care too much. You care way too much. You care too much about what people think of you. You care too much about whether or not you have a 7 or 8, 9, 10, 15-day streak. You care too much about how you come across to others. You care too much about everything other than what you actually need to care about. Now, it's human nature to care about what people think. It's human nature to care about how you come across to people. It's human nature to do all of these things, right? However, human nature can be disciplined and human nature can be put in check. Now, what Nofap and what Seam Retention does is it puts you in this headspace to where you get this devil may care attitude. And if you already have a devil may care attitude, like I kind of already do, it's amplified when you're on the streak, okay? And truth be told, people watching this video, the more and more I examine people and I sit back and I examine things that go on in the world, the more I sit back and I examine relationships, the more I sit back and I examine all of this. And this is not really a nihilistic speaking point. This is more from a stoic speaking point. The more I realize that we have dumped so much of our time and our energy into things that do not fucking matter. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. Chasing ass on this journey does not fucking matter. Trying to build something with something so fleeting does not fucking matter. Now, everybody doesn't move like this. And I'm not just speaking purely on women. I'm also talking about friendships, any type of interpersonal relationship, okay? Everybody goes through their own shit. And when you're on this journey, you come to the realization there's a lot of things that you need to work on. So with that in mind, there are going to be times to where you have to check out completely. You have to adopt this mindset of straight up not giving a shit, okay? Now, not necessarily not giving a shit about your health or your well-being or spiritual goals or even earthly goals. It's not necessarily that. It's about not giving a shit about all the other things that come in between, okay? If you guys meditate, you'll notice that in the process of meditation, you'll have these little underlying thoughts. You'll have these thoughts that just seem to won't go away. They keep showing up, they keep showing up, they keep showing up. Y'all, be honest, most of the time, those thoughts are bullshit. Those are the little gaps that fill in the space. For you guys who watch anime or any type of show, things that do not matter, interpersonal relationships that do not matter, romantic relationships that do not matter, goals and pursuits that do not matter, they serve as filler episodes to your life. Okay? Now, if you view your life as a sitcom or anime or a movie, because truth be told, a lot of y'all suffer from main character syndrome. Even I suffer from main character syndrome. I think that's just prominent today in the world, man. We all suffer from a level of narcissism, delusion, and you name it. But anyways, having that in mind, you can't allow filler episodes to dilute your programming, dilute your television show. In layman's term, you can't allow things that do not matter to dictate the course of your life, okay? Now, I'm a proponent of faking it till you make it, because faking it till you make it does work, and I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it countless times amongst people that I know. And truth be told, you have to fake it till you make it. You have to fake and pretend like you don't give a shit to get to a level or a headspace to where you don't give a shit about things that aren't important, okay? We care about too much in this world today. We care about, oh, what's going on with her? Why didn't she text me back? Why is she acting like this? Why did so-and-so do this? You rob yourself, man, when you do that. You rob yourself, and you rob people who could potentially come into your life when you move and you operate in that headspace, and when you move and you operate in that type of energy. A book that I recommend that all guys should read or listen to audiobook is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And as I've said on previous videos, I've definitely taken on practicing stoicism a lot more seriously, because stoicism in today's time is the only thing that makes sense. Now, granted, you do what's best for you. That's just a recommendation from me. It's Marcus Aurelius. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And I'm not going to give you a whole spiel on the book. If you want to spill, Google it, or just go on YouTube and type in the audio book and let it take you from there, okay? So again, and here's some signs that you care just a little too much. Sign number 1. If you have recurring thoughts or always having this anxious feeling in your body, you care too much. You care either too much about your own recurring thoughts, or you care about the thoughts and how you come across the other. Anxiety is not real. Anxiety is a manifestation of a lower state of being. That's what anxiety is, okay? Anxiety is not real. Fuck anxiety, okay? Signs you care, number 2. You find yourself changing whom you are at your core to conform to those around you. And each time that you do that, you will fail. Now, I'm a big proponent for, in certain cases, when in Rome, you act like the Romans. But in most cases out here, guys, fuck society. Fuck everything that's really pretty much going on in the world today, because it's bullshit. Truthfully, it's bullshit. So when you change who you are at your core, or you change even just minor characteristics about yourself, you're conforming and you will lose yourself and you will eventually hate yourself. That's just the truth. So what Nofap and what semen retention does is it brings to the forefront at your core the man whom you are meant to be. Not necessarily the man who you are, but the man whom you are meant to be. And there is a difference. Signs you carry too much, number 3. Always checking your phone and always checking these social media apps. Listen, man. These social media apps are great tools that can be used, but by and large, the powers that be know that these social media apps have turned us borderline, I know this is going to be offensive, borderline autistic when it comes to face-to-face communication. It has made us shallow. It has made us narcissistic. And most importantly, honest to God, it has made every single being on this planet fucking delusional. Okay? Now, you can have delusions of grandeur to a certain level, but the things that I see on Instagram and Facebook and just even in the gym, even period, people are far too delusional. People are far too delusional. And I blame social media for that. And I blame you simps too. Y'all need to stop gassing these. I'm not going to do that tonight. Point number 4, that you care way too much. When you look around and you've accomplished nothing that you've actually want to accomplish. Let me tell you why that is. It's because you live on the praise of others. You live on the approval of others. You want to live someone else's dream. You want to live your parents' dreams. You want to live out their expectations. But when you look around and you lay your head on that pillow at night and then you open it up the next morning, you realize that you've done absolutely fucking nothing for you. And a lot of y'all watching this video feel me when I say that. Hell, I feel myself when I say that, because there are still goals that I could have accomplished by now, but being caught up in the bullshit, I still have to work. I still have to get to where I have to go. And granted, this is a test of character and it builds a man, but I would be a lot further along had I stopped the bullshit a long time ago and stopped fucking caring, okay? So that's sign number 4. When you can look around and you see that you've not accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish, if you've not put your best foot forward, that's a sign that you care too fucking much about what others think and what's going on out here. Nofap and semen retention helps eliminate that bullshit because it puts you on your path and it puts you on your purpose. Sign number 5 that you care way too much is this. You suffer from fear of missing out syndrome. Let me tell y'all something, man. Granted, I'm still young. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm still very young. But to be in my mid-20s, truth be told, I've lived a lot of life. I've experienced a lot of life. I've gone through the fire. Hell, some days I still go through the fire. And I'm here to tell you, young man, don't shy away from the world. Don't cower from the world. But you're not missing out on anything out here, okay? Especially when it comes to dating women. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Granted, women, in my opinion, have gotten worse. People in general have gotten worse. But hell, even back in biblical and ancient days, people weren't shit then. That's just the nature of man, to not be shit. And that's just the truth, okay? So sign number 5, again, like I said, is fear of missing out syndrome. Constantly checking Snapchat. Ooh, what if I went to this party? What if I did this? What if I... Fuck that. Fuck that, okay? Fuck that. Now, I know some young guys out here. I've checked my demographics, and a lot of 18 to 25-year-old guys watch this channel, which I'm glad. And a lot of older guys watch this channel too, okay? But I want to say something to both groups. And I'm talking to myself as well. As I was saying in some of the comments in my previous videos, I'm not just talking to y'all, bro. I'm talking to my subconscious. I'm talking to my spirit as well, okay? It's never too late to change. The only time it is too late to change is when you are 6 feet under, okay? So get up, man. Get up and get that life that you want. Do what it is that you have to do. Practice semen retention. Practice Nofap. Stop being a slave to your monkey brain, okay? Stop it. Like, comment, subscribe. I got more coming this week.